YouTube? It's siahh3k, and we back with another reaction fucking video. I know I'm the motherfucking biggest hoe. What the fuck? There's never gonna be a nigga like me, hoe. See, there just be days I just be waking up and I'm glad to be free, man. I'm glad to just be alive, man. All glory be to God, man. But unfortunately, we're gonna be reacting to somebody that's not free. Boom! From D1 offers to life without parole at 18. Between the lines, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I just hate seeing people waste their talent, man. You know, people just waste their potential, man. Y'all, I don't give a fuck what the situation is, y'all. Don't ever go to motherfucking prison. It's not worth it, bro. It's not even worth doing crimes, man. It's just too much technology nowadays, bro. You're gonna get caught, bro. It's not worth it. Now, maybe back in the day, you probably could have killed a couple niggas. You probably could have robbed a bank, and you probably would have got away with it. But nowadays, bro, that shit over with. Let's check it out.
Football out there. I was actually an athlete. I got invited to Stanford, USC, ASU, Nike tours and stuff playing. I went to a party and one of the people I was with ended up, shooting and someone got killed. Everything just hit me like a ton of bricks right then and there. Like I realized like the lie that I was
Why do you feel emotional about that? What's up, Aaron? Thank you for being in Between the Lines podcast with us. I just want to get to know you and ask you about who were you before this whole experience?
Okay. Well, before this whole experience, I came to jail when I was 18. I was still in high school, and I played football out there. I was actually an athlete, and I played football. And I was actually really good at it, like really good. Like I was getting a lot of college look-ats. I was going to visit a lot of colleges and stuff. Like right before I got locked up, before that season started, I got invited to Stanford, USC, ASU, and I was just going on my college
good schools
camps,
too.
the Nike
good
tours and
for,
stuff playing.
Football.
So I had several scholarships and colleges looking at me that I could have went to, but just the struggles of being a teenager, I guess, kind of got in my way more because I went to one of those schools where, like, football is God there, like, literally.
Where are you from?
I'm from LA, but I went to school in Norco High School. So at that school right there, it was like football was everything. Like, if you're good on that team, you play varsity, you contribute, they let you get away with everything. Not like that in a bad way, but they just treat you,
You're like the big dog on campus.
Yeah, exactly. Like they do you like that.
Same shit with basketball.
I
ain't gonna
wasn't
lie. If you
doing
athlete,
everything
bro,
I was supposed to in the classroom.
Bitch, you get special
like I was on the field. So as my senior year came playing and stuff like that, and I had all these expectations to go to college and stuff like that. A lot of my teammates, my peers, my friends was going to school and stuff like that, getting scholarships. I was kind of faking it, I guess you could say, because I was doing everything on the field, but my classroom wasn't caught up. So by the time that happened, I remember our last game of the year, our semifinal game. When that game ended, we were expected to go to the championship, and when that game ended, like everything just hit me like a ton of bricks right then and there. Like I realized, like the lie that I was.
Why do you feel emotional about that?
It's that gets me every time I think about it, just because like
damn, bro.
My life that I was living, like everybody being so proud of me, and I just wasn't I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. So I realized like at that moment, like my lies, I couldn't lie no more. Like I couldn't. It was football season's over. Am I gonna get these scholarships? Am I gonna be signing to college like my friends and stuff? And it just hit me like a ton of bricks. So I dropped out of school. Like I just left it all alone.
But
And
what do you mean the lies you were telling yourself?
Like
what does that mean?
Like
why does it make you so like emotional?
Just because like so many people like sacrificed a lot for me to play football, for me to live out there, for me to go to that school. And they really like was proud of me. And I like them being proud of me, that's really where it hurt at, because later
Feel like you
on,
let
I
everybody
realized
down.
that my identity was built on like the praise that I got for what I did. So instead of me being Aaron and being proud of being Aaron, I was the football player. Like, that was my identity, the football player, the one to make everybody proud, the one that was doing good, that was supposed to go somewhere and do something with my life. And all that praise that I was getting, that's where my confidence came from. Like, that's where my self-worth came from. So when that ended, and like I said,
Oh, what the
my
fuck?
lives ended.
Bitch, I just found my roach. What the fuck? Hold on, chat. Y'all, I just found my roach. I was looking for this hole. What the fuck? Hey, that's crazy. I just found my roach. That shit was so random. What the fuck? Damn, this bitch finna break though. God damn. Yeah, it's over with. My bad, y'all. My bad.
I didn't know who I was no more.
I'm finna try
Like,
to save this bitch.
That's crazy. But I didn't have that same identity, that self-worth.
Right.
So that's when I dropped out of school, like, I was just hanging out, you know, just teenager, moved out my house, just, you know, outside, my friends and stuff, you know, they live in certain lifestyles, doing certain things. And I just noticed that certain things that they was doing, they was getting a lot of praise in the streets for it. Like, a lot of people was giving them that same energy. And to me, that kind of felt like the same energy that I used to get on the field, even though some of it was negative. So I started like you know, hanging out more and doing things that I shouldn't do, and that was fulfilling me. It was giving me another image, I guess you could say, something that I could feel comfortable with. And I
I
kind
ain't
of
gonna lie, y'all. We 5 minutes into this video, man. And I just feel like it's just crazy how fast life can change just like that. Like, it can literally just change like that, y'all. And I ain't gonna front, man. Like, I hate hearing stories like this, bro. Like, this shit really make me sad, because it's like, bro, like, you could like, I really believe, I never even know this. I don't even know this nigga, but I just really can just like tell, like, he really like regret the shit that he probably did, bro. This nigga got life without parole. Like, he hadn't even said what the fuck he did yet, but it's like, damn, gang, like, you had so much potential, bro. Like, I hate seeing people waste their potential, bro. Y'all, it's not worth it, man. Like, this shit just making me kind of sad reacting
lost
to this.
in that. I kind of
Bitch, I'm
got
finna
lost
spark
in
my
that.
roach up. Bitch, I need to get numb. This shit making me sad.
I came to jail. I don't know if I talk about my crime or anything.
No, you haven't.
So
Okay.
I had a lot of friends out there that was rapping. It was a big like thing going on in LA at the time, in Southern California, like a bunch of rapping and stuff like that. And, you know, just the stuff we was doing, the lifestyle that we was living, you know, basically we homeless. Like, we don't really think of it like that, because we just all teenagers living at each other's house. Sometimes I had to sleep in my car. Like, we just thought it was cool, we hanging out, but in reality, we really was homeless. Like, we didn't have no jobs, we didn't have no money, no income.
What were your parents at during this time?
They were still at home, and, you know, they was upset. Like, a lot of people was trying to get in contact with me to see what's up with me going to college, with me going to school, and I just like lost contact with people. I had like, I kind of got into it with my dad. He was disappointed with my behavior, with me not doing what I was supposed to do, and I just kind of like, I just stayed away from my family, partly because, you know, I moved out and the things we got into, and partly because of just shame. Like I didn't really want to be around everybody like that. So
If you could go back and talk to you in that younger version of you, what would you say
man,
at that time?
At that time, I would have told myself first and foremost that I'm not defined necessarily by what I do as far as who I am as a person. Like, I'm smart, intelligent, I'm friendly. Like, you know, I know how to communicate, I know how to talk to people, I know how to get along with people. Like, I have a lot of stuff to provide that makes me a good person, that makes me whole. I didn't need football to make me somebody. I didn't need to hang out in the streets to make me somebody. I didn't need to seek
And that's
all these
just in
things
life,
to be
y'all.
someone. I
Y'all
already
never
am
need
someone.
somebody
You know, I'm good enough.
validation
And
to
I would
make
just
y'all
tell
somebody.
myself that, man, like,
always
love
remember
yourself,
that, y'all.
be
Y'all never
patient,
need a motherfucking
and work
validation
hard. Like,
to
it
feel
seemed
like
like
you're
everything
somebody.
that I was doing, whether it was
fuck a
like
bitch
the streets, the
validation.
rapping, the football, I worked hard at that. Like, I put my everything in it. But it's a way bigger picture than that. It's way more that comes with that. If I want to be a rapper, I can't be out here committing crimes and just living how I want to, I'll never make it. If I want to play football, I can't just be sleeping in the classroom or not going to class. Like, I'll never make it.
Yeah, you can't have one foot in and one foot out of anything that you do, right?
Exactly.
So what was the crime that you committed?
So I'm incarcerated for it's called robbery murder, the felony murder rule, but they recently changed that rule with a law called SB 1437, saying that, because the old law used to say that if you commit a robbery and someone dies in the commission of it, then everyone's held accountable.
Right.
Well, I went to a party without, I don't know how much I can say, but I went to a party and basically, went to go get some weed and I ended up taking it. I wasn't supposed to. And as I left to leave the scene, get in the car to leave, some other people that I came with that I didn't know, a couple of them specifically, but they had an altercation with the people that I just interacted with and left. And as I'm leaving, one of the people I was with ended up, shooting, and someone got killed.
So it wasn't you.
Damn.
Yeah, no, I'm not incarcerated for the murder. I'm locked up for the robbery. But because of the old law, everyone's held responsible for that death. But now, because of this law that changed, basically you can't be held responsible for the death of somebody unless it's certain circumstances, like, if you had intent to kill or certain things like that. But I don't fall any under that. I'm actually in courts right now to get resentenced. So ultimately, when they resentence me, they're gonna remove the murder and the life without parole sentence that I have, and they're gonna resentence me to robbery, and I'll be time served. So they'll be letting me go home soon.
Oh man,
When
God
that
is good,
happened, did
bro.
you
God
know
is good, bro. Hey, bro. Look, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's good, bro. I'm happy for folks, man. That just made me happy,
Weight
bro.
of like the
yeah,
situation, or was it a common thing for you for people to just get killed like that? Like what was going through your head with the feeling after that?
It was so crazy, right? And because when I think about a lot of this stuff, like when I was getting a little emotional, I just think about my immaturity. Like I was so immature. Like literally, I was so immature, and it trips me out all the time. It kind of hurts when I think about it. I'm glad I came a long way, but at that time, first of all, I didn't know anybody got killed. I didn't know anyone got shot. I didn't know any of that happened. I just know like what I was involved in, and I left. I didn't know any of that happened, and I didn't find out until I was arrested. And they told me what I was arrested for, and I was lost. Like I really didn't know. Like I didn't know this happened. I didn't understand that I could be locked up for that and a robbery at the same time, but be charged with that. I didn't know anything about a felony murder law. I didn't know any of those things. So I was really lost. I was lost. 18 years old in the county. I don't know what's going on.
How old is he
now? I don't know
now?
what these laws mean. I don't know
How
what
old is
time
he
I'm
now?
facing. I didn't know that I was facing life without parole.
And you didn't know what that is.
I didn't even know what
Like,
it is. It was
You're
a whirlwind.
kid, like
Yeah, it was a whirlwind. I really didn't know these things, and
so coming in here, what was your mindset? And like if you look back at the 18-year boy that came in, talk a little bit about, did you have remorse? Have you taken accountability, even though yes, maybe you weren't the one who committed that exact crime, but the whole situation, right? Like how do you feel about that?
From day one, really, from when I found out what I was locked up for, I didn't know the person on my case.
Oh my
Toughest
God, y'all
part
know
of
we don't watch
Popeye's
no
$5.
ass. Y'all know we don't watch no ass, man. If you made it this far to the video, man, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all my socials. Links gonna be up in the description. And bro.
And it blew my mind. Like everything just hit me, like, cause I didn't just think about that moment. I thought about everything that led up to that, and it really broke my heart. I'm gonna just be honest that me feeling lost like I was and kind of like careless, that I could be involved in some actions that could lead to the loss of life of somebody else. Like that was hard to sit with for me. because I think about all this turmoil that I was in and how I was feeling. But somebody lost their life. I'm still here. I still could have, you know, made different choices. I could still get better, but that person didn't get that chance. And yeah, that was tough. That was real tough, because even when you selfish, your actions still affect other people. So
That's
it's
very
really
true.
never good. Like it's never
Very
good
true.
to be in that situation where it's like the world is on my shoulders, woe is me and stuff like that, kind of like a victim mentality. Yet I'm still being an aggressor in other areas of my life.
Yeah. A lot of motherfuckers
That's
got a
not
victim
fair.
mentality, and I'm so glad this young man he don't have a victim mentality, bro. It's a lot of motherfuckers that just always point the finger at everybody else, like, oh man, you did this to me. No, bitch. Point the finger at your motherfucking self. Take some account of fucking ability. Honestly, you have to just learn how to take accountability. Like, if a motherfucker do something to you, bro, okay, you the victim. But if you started some shit and then he retaliated, that don't make you a victim. Cause bitch, you started some shit that you couldn't finish. How the fuck a fuck bitch gonna start something they can't finish? That's what a wise man told me. He said, don't start no shit if you can't finish it. But see, bitch, a nigga like me, ho, I love finish it. Bitch, I love the beef. I love the violence. Well, I don't love the violence. I'm just not afraid to use violence. But I don't want to use violence. Because if I use violence, I'm going to end up in this situation. That's why I tell people, bro, you got to just, like, sometimes, bro, you got to outthink people, bro. My sensei told me this when I was young. He said, you can't beat everybody with your fist, Josiah. Even though I know karate, you can't beat everybody with your fist. You got to outthink motherfuckers, bro. And once you can outthink a motherfucker, that's when you basically just won the battle or the war.
That's not fair that that person didn't, you know, get to whatever life he could have lived, whatever potential he could have had. He didn't get that chance, and that was terrible for me, honestly. And I just, like you asked, 18 years old coming in here. First I leaned on my faith. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what my journey had ahead of me, but I just had to stay strong. Like, I knew it was for a purpose. It was for a reason. And I didn't want to ever feel the way I felt leading up to this. I didn't ever want to feel like that. So really my mission was to just find out who I am.
And have you done that here?
Yes, definitely. Definitely I have. It's been a powerful journey of figuring out who I am. And
How would you describe the man that you are now?
the man I am now is, first, I'm humble. I'm patient. I'm kind. I'm giving. I focus on watching my emotions, watching my judgment, no matter if it's the littlest thing, like watching the thoughts that come to my mind, always being aware of myself and being someone for the people. Like, my biggest thing is always treat others the way that I would like to be treated.
Yes, sir.
And I
That's
live
why I
by
tell a
that. That's
fuck
very
bitch yesterday.
important. Like
Hey,
that
hey,
respect
I told
line,
a fuck bitch
respecting
yesterday, I said,
everyone's
hey,
right
bitch,
to
treat
be
others
what
the way
they
you
are,
get
to do
fucking
what they
treated.
are, to live
'Cause
how
bitch,
they
you gonna
are.
get fucking
Even if I
treated.
don't personally agree with it,
Fuck,
that's not
nigga.
my business. I don't have the right to judge on that. I don't have the right to
That shit
interfere
real.
with that. Let everyone be, you know,
Damn,
and just,
bro,
you know, just be
fuck.
happy, be positive, and just be there for
Y'all,
other
my
people
roach fucking up, y'all.
whenever they
Hold on, I
need
gotta
me,
lock in.
and also strong enough to ask questions, not just be in the dark and suffer by myself, or go through things when I'm like having the courage to ask questions, ask for help. That's a big thing for me, having that courage.
What keeps you hopeful in a place like this?
It's a lot of things, really, but
God.
my faith first
God.
and more foremost, my faith in God, definitely. That really like changed all of this for me, honestly. Like this whole journey, it's kept my head up. Like, I've stayed positive, I've stayed strong, I've stayed hopeful.
What does your relationship look like with God?
That's like wearing clothes. Like, that's every day. That's all the time. Like, it never changes. It never, like.
Have you always been like that, or did that happen when you were here mostly?
It happened more so while I was incarcerated, but I've always had that connection. Not as strong at times, because, you know, I grew up in the church. My grandmother was actually a pastor. So I kind of grew up that way, having God in my life and having an understanding, even though, you know, when my grandmother passed, I didn't really go to church anymore. But since I've been in here, just being on that walk, like, just learning the truth, like, and it's even been bigger than that. Like, I've just took my time to not just stick to one area of learning that, but just learning different aspects, different cultures of God, what other people think, just to so I could, you know, empathize with other people and their cultures and understandings to get a bigger view of God and myself and faith and what that means and stuff like that. So it's been a powerful journey, and definitely.
And God talks a lot about redemption. So like, what does redemption mean to you now?
Redemption to me means, first of all, understanding who I was and why I was that way. I understand that in the terms of like, I don't want to be like that because I've experienced all the things that came with being like that. So now I got to understand why. And once I understand why,
do you know why now?
Why? Just because, like I said, like I was a kid, I was immature, I was selfish at times.
But did it come from something deeper, like a relationship with your parents or something that happened to you when you were younger? Or just not knowing who you were and putting it all into something like sports or music, or, you know, not really?
It was a lot of little things, honestly, that led up to that. Like I didn't grow up in a two-parent household, meaning like my biological mother wasn't there. Love her, I have an excellent relationship with her. It's just my father raised me. And just certain things, you know, like my story's not bigger than the next person's or anything, but just certain things that I went through in my life.
This guy is
certain
very
losses
humble, man.
That
Like,
I've had as a family and my family and stuff that affected me.
I hope he get out, bro. I really hope this guy get out.
I feel
man.
some of those things contributed to me having this attitude of just not caring. Like that was my thing. Like whenever I got in trouble, they asked yeah, like I don't care. I always used to say that, and it was like a stubborn thing. But honestly, if someone would have really asked me like why you don't care, I wouldn't have been able to answer it. Like
at that time.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to answer it at that time.
Have you forgiven yourself?
I definitely have, and I definitely continue to forgive myself because that's an everyday journey. My thing is never get comfortable. Never get comfortable. I don't ever want to get comfortable and think that I've made it or I'm good now. I could take my foot off the gas pedal. None of that. Like never get comfortable. I'm always growing for the rest of my life, wherever I'm at in life, whatever I achieve, I'm always growing, and I always have to commit to that.
And there's a lot of kids right now watching this.
Oh, what the fuck?
Probably in the same shoes that you were in when you were 18 years old, that also was big sports people and trying to figure out who they are after that. And probably in some bad situations, what would you tell them?
I would definitely tell them, and that's big because I really want to get out there and give back to the youth because I was like that. And I just want to tell them first and foremost, no matter what it is in life that you are doing, whatever your dreams are, your goals are, or what you're doing or what you're going through, you got to stop. And you got to take a break and you got to realize who you are. You got to learn yourself. You got to understand yourself. You got to realize whether you believe it or not because of your circumstance that you really are a blessing in this world. And
Amen.
Once you learn that, your life can be powerful. You can change other people's lives. You can uplift yourself. Like, you have to know that. You got to know that you really are a blessing. And anything that you do, those are just skills that you could acquire, that you could do. You could really be whatever you want to be. But none of that matters until you really know who you are. When you know who you are and know that you are loved, even if you don't feel that love, you love. Like, you really are. It's somebody that's going to love you out there. It's somebody that does love you out there. And when you love yourself, like, anything is possible, literally.
And when you leave this room today, what's one thing you want people to remember you by?
One thing I want people to remember me by, I was a boy. I turned into a man now, and not just a man for myself, but for my community, for my people, for my family, for my loved ones, and anybody that comes into my contact. You know, I'm respectful. I'm trying to exude love and help, and I'm just trying to be a better man every day.
Well, I definitely feel that from you, and I thank you for your time and your words, and it's really inspiring to see your evolution in this journey that's not easy, and I hope that this interview reaches as many kids and people as possible. So thank you so much, Aaron, for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Man, bro. That was an interesting video, y'all. Hey, bro, free that nigga, bro. I hope he get out, bro. I ain't gonna front. Free him, man. I hope they re-sentence him, man. I hope he get time served and he get out that motherfucker, man. You know, I feel like that's just a case of Wrong place, wrong time, man. Y'all don't ever go to prison, y'all. Don't do no crimes, man. It's too many ways to get money legally to be out here robbing niggas, man. It's just not worth it, man. Don't try to be the next Big Meech or the next fucking Pablo Escobar or El Chapo. Like, it's not worth it, y'all. It's not. But hey, man, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, man. Follow me on all my social medias, man. The links will be up in the description. siahh3k out.